Alright, now we're going to check these USB ports. See what's going on with these. Alright, so let's try this again. Wait, she's... okay, so that I'm starting to feel old. Granted, there's people that are younger than me that have kids. What happened here? And like now the keyboard's just not working now. Let's do a hard restart here. Yes, there is a backlight.
Hey, thanks for checking out this video. If you like these videos, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. It really, really helps the channel.
All right, so, man, this screen is incredibly dark. There we go. I'll bet to watch things I shouldn't watch, my dear. All right, let's check USB ports. So, it is powering the device, but it is not detecting the device. Let's see if we can... see if we can share the screen, because I'm going to run some repairs that should make it relatively easy. If we can get a screen share going on here. See, that's interesting. There's got to be something up with the Windows install, because after you sign out, the keyboard stops working. So... yeah, keyboard is no longer working at all. Aggravating. Alright. Device manager. Other devices. Interesting. So it's a 1650. So it's a little bit older. This might just be simply a simple Windows reinstall on this.
You poor child.
Let's see if this works here. That one isn't working. So it's the whole, like, it's the keyboard driver itself that's not working. So yeah, so this is bad. All right. Here's what we're going to start with. We are going to start with elevated command prompt. That is super, like, not good. All right. Settings, keyboard, on-screen keyboard, start, C, M, D. Oh, this is going to be fun. Go ahead and run as administrator. Yes. All right. We're going to start with an SFC space / SCAN NOW. Enter. Okay. Now we're going to type this in. DI. Yeah, this thing is not having a good day. We're going to type in DISM space / online. Yeah, like the whole bunch of stuff is crashing with this thing. Online / cleanup image. It'd be really nice to be able to show you this, but unfortunately it is not having a good time Hey, look, there it goes. The driver for the video keeps crashing. Man. So, we only have one more. This would have fixed itself. Let's look at the task manager. Oh. It was the filter keys. Now the keyboard works. Why? Why did you turn on filter keys, sir? What was the purpose of turning on filter keys? Alright, let's figure out why the USB stuff isn't working. This video driver's still not having a good time. Let's see if the power management has this disabled. So the internet seems to think it's a power setting. I gotta plug this thing in soon. Do I have additional power settings? Change advanced power settings. Choose what the... Like, it's strange. I'm getting power to my device. Let's remove these root hubs. So we're going to install both of these. Because worst case scenario, we're just reinstalling Windows on this. Alright, now we're going to just scan for new devices. Alright, and both of these are back. What's interesting is it looks like the device is being scanned like non-stop. What is that? What is opening? Wonder if it's a security setting in here. Because, I mean, if you look at my drive, like this light going non-stop means that something is trying to access it. It's just that one that seems to be a problem at this point. So let's see what happens when I plug this in here. So it does the same thing. Oh, no. It actually detected my drive on this one. So this might be like an actual problem with the USB controller that's over here. Oh, that being said, I guess we're going to take this thing apart and take a look. This just turned into a little bit more of a complex thing than I was intending it to be. But hey, at least we figured out why the keyboard stopped working. So, let's take a look. Let's see what we find. Alright, let's take this thing apart. So, what we're going to do now, we looked at the software, we determined the software isn't to blame. Well, at least we've determined that the software is mostly not to blame. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull this apart. This is an HP Pavilion 15EC 1010NR. And you can already see kind of by looking at it, we have quite a bit of dust in here. So holding this bottom panel on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. These screws are going to be different lengths. So you need to make sure that you keep track of what goes where. Let's see how this guy comes apart. Let's grab a little spudger. There we go. So use a little spudger. Get up underneath this corner, and then once we get underneath there, we can then lift this off. I can now see why things are not working.
Well now, here's your problem.
As we can see,
Enhance.
this is liquid. There's liquid on this, there's liquid over here. More than likely, there's liquid in that as well. So, before I do, oh yeah, right here, right there. Let's just get in there nice and tight. Moment of the reveal. Oh no! So let me call her. Just right away. And see what she wants to do. This kid is very lucky this computer's working at all. There's a lot of liquid in here. I can clean some of it up, but not all of it. But it's 100% soda. Even looking at, like, look at this side, you can see it. It's here, it's over here, it's all the way. So we're gonna do what every good computer repair shop with integrity should do. We're gonna clean it. Clean it with some isopropyl alcohol. See what's actually not working, and then work with the customer to just replace what needs to be replaced. So I'm gonna start with this. We'll get this battery out. We're gonna get the battery disconnected first and foremost. The last thing we want is to start an electrical fire. But we also need to clean the battery itself. So holding the battery in, we got... That ain't gonna work. We got 4 screws. Let's use our LTT screwdriver. And then once you get those 4 screws off... Yeah, it's Coke. Yeah, you can... Coke has a very specific smell when it gets hot and sticky. Alright, so another find in that computer is just a random screw from something. Alright, let's pull out my Kimtech wipes. Lint-free wipes. Oh man. You got lucky, the rest of the computer seems to be working fine still. Yeah, that doesn't want to come off, does it? Woo! Now he's got, there's stuff everywhere. So, I mean, you can see it's on there. It's actually on this the underside of this cable too. So we're gonna have to go through each piece, take a good look. That's that, and then figure out what it is. But this might, like me just going through and actually cleaning it, might just be enough to get this up and running. We'll see. Yeah, that's, ugh. Does not want to come out of here. Alright, so we're going to go through, we're going to take this thing all the way apart. Wasn't something I was planning on doing with this computer. And we're going to see if we're going to find anything under here. This is the memory. This was saved by the fact that it had this cover on it, which has got a bunch of stuff on it as well. Wi-Fi card, let's pull this out. Wi-Fi card, both connectors have little burn spots on them. Oh. This is going to be an exercise in patience. It's crispy. It's like wild. Pull out some tweezers. It's not coming out on its own. Oh man. Same deal on that one. Oh. It's like there's a layer of adhesive on everything is the only way for me to describe this. I got very lucky with the power connector. There's nothing really on that. But like it's all the way back here too. Video connector, same thing. I got real lucky with where this liquid spilled. So we're gonna have to see like you can see on the tops of this like just how bad that is. Zoom, like lift this up. Yeah, you can see that's real bad. All right, sorry about that. Replying to emails from people. So we'll get that out of here. Let's get these fans out of here. Interesting fan design. So there are 5 screws holding these fans in. That is yet to be seen, Emily. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're getting close to being able to get this motherboard out so we can actually get it clean. All right, so we're gonna remove the motherboard screws now. Gotta make sure. I'm just trying to keep all these screws together because I'm gonna put this thing back together today. So we had 1 here. Got 1 back here. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Peel that off so this cable comes off. And let's clean this up and then we'll move on to that. All right, I'm gonna blow this out real quick because there's just a bunch of stuff here in these corners that I want to go through and I want to get rid of. All the places where there were dust, we got that out, and we're just gonna do that. And that's all the dust that I can get out of there. Okay, so where we still have liquid, like you can really see that. Look at that, it's just caked on there. We're gonna get that cleaned off. All right. Yeah, thank you. Put it in the ultrasonic cleaner I don't own. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and do that. If you'd like to donate one, you know, I'd be more than willing to try and use it. I checked out that Amazon affiliate link thing. I don't have enough subscribers on YouTube to qualify for it, unfortunately. One day, they said the baseline is 500 and then they has to be reviewed. If I have over 10,000, they'll just let me have an affiliate link. So, soon, hopefully, because I'm at 350 now. Alright, so we got some of it off of there. So this side generally looks good. We're going to need to take a look at these fan cables, or not the fan cables, these USB header cables. I'll show you. Let's turn the light on. The mother was quite upset. So as you can see, here's the tops of these cables. Which is like, of course, no one told me. So there's that. You can see they are black. Those are supposed to be silver. She got upset. She's upset because her children broke a laptop and then just said, I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't think this is coming off of here on this one. Like, legitimately, that stuff is like, it is burnt. Which you would think the top side doesn't matter as much, but I don't want to leave a situation where we can create a short for some reason. And get most of that off of there. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, you can See if I can find a good way to show these. You can see even like it even got in there. So that actually looks okay. Like it's way harder than you think. Like I already put isopropyl on it and it's not really super coming off. Alright, so there's that one. That's much better than it was. Look at these cables. These cables look fine. These look fine. And then that looks fine. So I think we're good. We're done with this part. Set that down there. Just make one, he says. Alright, let's blow out these fans and generate some electricity with them. Because, you know, that's what happens when you blow air through a fan. It 100% always becomes a generator. Always. Yeah, exactly. Whenever I do that, I should do that. Alright, so we got that cleaned out. Let me zoom in a little bit more here. Like this is pretty nice. My fan, I mean. Alright, now let's... That one isn't doing it. Let's see if I can use this one. I'll start an OnlyFans of like, and it's just me just cleaning fans. So that's what just came out of it by me using this little brush on this. And people are like, oh, is it really important to clean your fans regularly? Yeah. At some point, this stuff is going to become impassable. So, all right, let's do the same thing on this one. Get in there nice. Cleaned up. With laptops that require people to take the thing apart, 99% of people don't want to know how. That's valid. You know, it just gives me something to do. Look at that. This one was just as bad. Let's do that. And get in there with this. This, for those asking, this is a lug nut cleaning brush. I know no one asked in this chat, but I've had other people ask. So. No. The alert sound is a zip tie, and it always has been. Alright, so this one here needs a little bit more love. You can kind of see it on there. So let's get that off of there. It's a zip tie being zipped. That's not what I think of when I think of a ratchet. I think of a wrench ratchet, not that. All right, let's try the toothbrush. Ourselves an electric toothbrush. All right, so let's actually look at this. We're actually going to look at this under a microscope. So this is going to be a little bit different before we start tackling the actual motherboard, because the motherboard's going to be some work. All right, let's see what we're looking at here damage-wise. First, I can back this up. All right, so this is where I noticed that right there. So basically what I want to do is I want to get in there. Looks like there's a little bit of corrosion happening, and like other than that, it actually doesn't look that bad. There is a fine layer of something there, as you can see, but like overall, each of these looks actually fine. And then the cable on the motherboard actually looks fine as well. So, you know, small miracles. All right, and this side of it has got a bunch of stuff in it. So let's... I don't have these USB ports. I have the USB minis. So this is the other place that I was worried I was going to find stuff. But I also have I have a USB tester now. So I can check to see if any of these guys are shorted. If I knew how to plug a USB port in right. So let's see if we got any shorts going across any of these. Someone help me. I don't remember. Should this last pin on this be going to ground? Anybody? Nobody? Alright, that looks much better. We need to check. We're going to check continuity across these to here. This, like, some of these don't look right. But it probably is fine. Alright. So all these connect through. Yeah. So they're all connected through. Let's hope that just cleaning off all of this schmutz is all this is. That's all it's going to take. And then when I hook it back up, I can put this under a thermal camera and see if we get anything untoward. All right, here comes. Let's move on to the next thing. Our Wi-Fi's. All right, hopefully there's nothing underneath. This should be pretty sealed here. Yeah, it's soldered all the way around. All right, so that's the Wi-Fi. Actually cleaned up a little bit. Now comes the actual delicate part. All of these connectors are just crunchy. Like, I'm trying to fold this down and I can move the whole laptop. Yum. Alright, so I would say for the most part this thing is in a lot better clean shape. We only got one more part to go through and clean. Alright, let's do this. This is the least important thing out of everything because this is just plastic. Alright, let's start putting this thing back together now that we're dry. So before, whenever we would plug in something into this USB port over here, we would, well, maybe not plug that in this time. Plug in something not necessarily important to me. So the only thing that I'm slightly concerned with was when I turned this guy, when I tried to plug this battery back in, that burst into flames By burst into flames, I mean it just got hot and smoked. But I mean, you can see it's like, it's better than it was, but it's also worse than it was. So, all right, let's button this thing back up, call her up and say, hey, it's working for now. We got this. We got it cleaned up a little bit for you. Come pick it up, use it. Go from there. All right, and there you go. That's how you clean this computer. You take it, we literally tore it all the way down, and we built it all the way back up. The real question comes down to, is this going to last? And that's like a maybe at best. Like, if this person comes back in a couple weeks, like, hey, that USB port isn't working anymore, I'll say, okay, we'll order that board. Like, you're not gonna have to pay anything extra at this point. You just come on in and we will get the part ordered, which is just a replacement, one of those daughter boards, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked that video, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SpecVengeance. And yeah, if you want to learn more about my services, check out Bradenton PC Repair.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.